My lord, it's regarding the under-butler and the housekeeper who ran off together last month.
Yeah, bad business. How are you managing?
I believe I found two first-rate replacements, sir. Miss Kenton, a young woman with excellent references, very pleasing demeanour, appears to be very able, and a man with considerable experience of butlering, sir, now of a certain age and happy to take on the post of under-butler.
I think everybody around the world has some sort of idea of the big English country house from that kind of era, the tea on the lawn, these stiff butlers. It stands for something. It stands for some kind of older world. Perhaps it stands for some kind of political system that we don't approve of, or maybe some people do approve of it and are nostalgic about it. It's full of symbolism. It's loaded with all kinds of attitudes and history. And certainly when I was writing The Remains of the Day, that's what interested me about that. I had no kind of particular interest as a social historian about what it would have been like to be a butler at that time. For me, I wanted to use that very powerful image that people had never set foot in England, nevertheless had, of the English butler, the English country house, English aristocracy, of that time.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Stevens.
Yes, his lordship asked about the Jewish girls.
Elsa and Irma?
Yes, he wondered where they were. He said it was wrong to dismiss them. I thought you'd like to know because I remember you were as distressed as I was about it.
As you were? As I recall, you thought it was only right and proper that they should be sent packing.
It's primarily a book about two things, The Remains of the Day. I think it's about the fear of emotion, and it's also about politically being a butler. I mean, because I think, in a way, most of us politically are butlers. We do our jobs. We serve some corporation or a cause or maybe a country. But most of us, we just do our individual jobs and we offer up our little contribution to somebody upstairs, and we hope it's going to be used well. And we take our pride from doing our little job to the best of our ability. That's why the metaphor of the butler really appealed to me, a butler who wants to be the best butler possible, do everything absolutely perfectly for his employer, who is a powerful, rich guy who meddles in the big foreign policies of that day. Unfortunately for this particular butler, I mean, it turns out that this guy is a Nazi sympathizer in the build-up to the Second World War. But as I say, I think this is the kind of powerless kind of situation that many of us are in, even in the great democracies of the world. We live in small worlds and we contribute to some bigger world upstairs.